Hi. Have you ever done something and then halfway through realized that it was gonna look like shit and then just continue to do it because like you thought that you may be able to save it at some point and then realized that there was no saving anything and if you didn't finish it you were just gonna lose your mind anyway, so you might as well just go ahead and finish the thing? Well, welcome to today's video because we do exactly that. So let's get into the explanation, which already is kind of just like I want a candle that's like a hand that's like this. And then I have one of these, and I think what I'm gonna do is just stick it in there so that one of the fingers has a wick on it, and then turn this upside down and pour candle wax into it. That is as much as I've planned. So I began this journey with melting down some candles that I got from the dollar store. And then for some reason I decided to put the glove in this giant mason jar, just to make it easier for me to pour in the wax and like have it stand up. But that was a terrible idea, and you'll see why in just a second. When you're doing this, if you're doing this, don't put your glove in a mason jar like I did because you can't, it's too big to come out of the jar. So I had to break it a little bit. But that's okay because I still need to put some more hot wax in there. So I rigged together this new pouring station where I finished my candle. I thought it was a great idea at the time. I mean, it was good for pouring the wax in, everything held together, but you know, some things just aren't meant to be. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the second part of Hand Candle. I unwrapped it last night, and as you can see, it didn't turn out great. I don't like how big it is. It looks like a Franken hand. This is really how I feel right now about him. So what we're gonna do now is, I had to sleep on it for a day, and I think where I fucked up was a lot of places. So I'm gonna make a mold from my own hand using duct tape and a smaller rubber glove. Then I'm gonna melt Franken candle down, pour him back in, and cross my fingers. Because if this doesn't work, I think I'm just gonna have to give up, and this whole video, you're just gonna be watching me make a candle that never exists, like never gets made. I feel like this entire video is cursed. I feel like the entire video is just one big giant wax curse upon my family. I don't know why I am compelled to do things like this. I really don't. What is possessing me to do these things, I don't know. But I now am going to crawl under the table and turn the camera off so that we can get a good view of me smashing Franken candle with a hammer, because that is the only way that I can think of to get him small enough to be re-waxed and melted down. Goodbye, buddy. I hate you. Okay, what's up everyone? I already made a mold, but I didn't record it. I thought I was recording and I didn't record it. So please enjoy this reenactment while I make another mold. Now I'm just rigging together another stand to pour wax into a hand candle, and this stand worked just fine, but my mold, however, did not. So I was glad that I had made 2 molds in the end, because after pouring the wax into this one, it just started dripping out the bottom. And so I had to turn off the camera and get the other mold and pour wax into the other mold. So just pretend like this one worked. And now it is time for the grand unveiling of Frankenhand's little brother or sister. We only lost 2 fingers in the process this time, so I will count that as a win, because the last hand we lost 4 fingers in the process, almost all 5 if the middle one wasn't connected with a wick. So I was happy about it until I got it out of the package and saw that it looked like when you're swimming for a long time and your hand is just completely covered in like wrinkles. That's what it looked like, except worse. So I decided to continue to rally on, because that's what this video is about. It's about perseverance. So then I just tried to whittle down the candle into something smooth. So then, like any rational person, I was like, how can I make this worse? So what I decided to do was draw some palm reading symbols on it in hopes that it would make it look better, but I used too thick of a brush and everything looks really heavy-handed and it doesn't look dainty or petite, it looks ham-fisted, and I honestly don't know if I made it worse or better at this point. I don't think that there was any saving it in the first place. I think it was a terrible idea to begin with. I got something terrible out of it, so I don't really know what I expected, but this is the beautiful finished product. I guess in the end, the only good thing that came out of it was the fact that I can light it on fire. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for just watching this abomination happen before your eyes. And if you want to see more shitty content, just hit the subscribe button down below.